Of course, we have to start off with the biggest game of the weekend, right? The 7th-ranked Utes had their chances in the swamp against the Florida Gators, including on the final drive of the game.
Yeah, the Utes had 3 downs and 22 seconds from the 6-yard line to try for the tie or the win. It made sense to take some shots to go for the touchdown. Cam Rising had already completed 6 of 8 passes on the drive, leading them to this point, but that's when this happened. Amari Burney picking him off in the end zone, trying to complete a pass to a heavily covered Dalton Kincaid. It wasn't a great read. It wasn't a great throw either, but Coach Witt, he's still backing up his quarterback through it all.
Just not very happy about it. Just period. That's it.
It wasn't his best throw of the night. I'm sure he wishes he had it back, but he played really well tonight. Ran the football effectively, threw the football effectively, and he's our guy. And we're going to, that's not going to change.
There were positives in the loss. One that really stands out is the play of tight end Brant Keithy. He caught 9 passes for 105 yards and a touchdown. That included a gain of 37 yards. When the Utes needed to make a play on offense, Cam went to him over and over and over again.
Yeah, Brant's a stud. I mean, Brant Keithy is one of the best tight ends in the country, if you can call him a tight end. He's kind of a hybrid. But between him and Kincaid, there's very few teams that have the 1-2 punch like that. I mean, we're in the top 2 or 3 in the country. I'm positive with those 2 guys.
Sophomore quarterback Anthony Richardson was starting in just his 2nd career game, and he put on a show. Richardson completed 17 of 24 passes for 168 yards, a QBR of 94.8. Maybe the most impressive completion was on that 2-point conversion in the 4th quarter. He also led the Gators in rushing, 106 yards on 11 carries and 3 touchdowns.
It wasn't anything that took us by surprise, but there was missed tackles, missed assignments that really hurt us.
And he's going to get his. I mean, there's no way. The guy's 6'4" and 240 and runs like a 4.3, so there's no way you're going to keep him bottled up. But he just did the damage at key points in the game, key times in the game. Disappointed we couldn't get the last stop we needed on defense. We had 2 chances at the end of the game, either a stop on D or finish that last drive on O, and came up 0 for 2 on those. So.
Look at this, fresh off a plane from Gainesville. Guess who made it back for KSL Sports Live? Stevenson Sylvester's back for another season. Sly, I know it was a great experience, except for the ending and not getting the W for the Utes, but man, well, what a game. Let's relive some of that stuff. You're going to break down some of these topics. Let's start with that final throw.
Yeah, that final throw, it could have been a lot of different ways. We know Cam Rising's a very confident quarterback. He's just dialed in on Dalton Kincaid here, and it's just unfortunate. This actually happens often, where you have a bunch formation here, and what you do with a bunch formation, you try to get the defense confused with crossing routes. So there's a lot of routes that are together, i.e. Solomon Enis and Dalton Kincaid's routes here. So when they come off the line of scrimmage here, they don't know exactly who's guarding them yet. And so here they were very physical at the top of the route, but Dalton Kincaid steps on Solomon Enis' defender foot and falls down, and if Cam Rising holds the ball for 1 more second, you do have an open window there. So it was just a freak play that happened, and it happens often. But at the end of the game, you don't want to put it in the ref's hands to make a play. And Florida was being very physical, with our receivers. And so I think that Cam Rising was looking to get a call at that moment, but you don't ever want to leave it in the ref's hands.
Well, another guy that was playing physical football on the other side of the ball, the other quarterback for Florida,
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, Anthony
awesome.
Richardson. I mean, the guy was I don't know, dominant's the right word, but Utah had a tough time containing him.
Yeah. It was a lot of weird things. We already came into the game knowing that he was an amazing athlete, but it was extremely hard to stop him. But in situations like this, it's all about technique. And, they were on the field for a long time, so our defense's technique is really lapsed here. But here we just have we have a freshman linebacker here who has to understand that even in passing, running, and even special teams, there are lanes that you have to hold. And so here, this is lane integrity, and we just get wadded up here. You have 3 guys on the hash mark. That is not lane integrity to a very, very elusive, fast guy like that. And that half a step right there that Lander was not outside allowed Richardson to get the edge on a 4th and 2 that gave them ultimately more time to be on the field and put points up.
Well, the Utes have a lot to learn from, and they still got a long season ahead and a lot of their goals still intact. So